So usually actually I save the 10-0 poem for last. But I have this poem that is on book and I love a whole lot that I want to save for last. So I'm going to do that 10-0 poem. And yes, I am legally insane because I took a poem that got a 10 and a 0 at Southern Pride and proceeded to do it on the final stage at Nationals. And it would have been bravery except that I ran out of pieces. So, yeah. It was good though, it got me 3rd place. So that 0 person just doesn't like the word fuck or anything. He's a cold person. Horrible human being who has no soul at all. I hope somebody in this audience is going, oh shit. Oh shit.
They liked fucking Nationals.
Yeah, they liked fuck. They liked fucking at Nationals. That's why most poets go to Nationals. Not me. I'm there for the poetry. And yeah. That's what I'm there for. That's what I did at Nationals. This is that poem. And the inspiration for the title of my book. Hooray! Here, in the garden of magnolias and orange trees, I have sold myself. Not to the photographers of my past, hooking fingers into lips and spreading myself for rent money, but to honesty in public places and masks behind closed doors and niceties. I've betrayed myself, double-faced and loved, collecting hearts around my neck like severed heads. Today, my eyes were fire at their centers, and when I sleep, I dream of chicken blood and stained shirts, Pentecostals, and you. I love you like a tourniquet or a nail, old wolf, O Batala, hold me again. Succor my clotted blood, my limping fetal metatarsals, for I cannot come home. Here too, I am allowed no great sins, but I am given a warm body, a bloodless mouth, but a broken-in cunt. Devour me like the penitent devours the host. Put invocations to the Lord on my back with your teeth. Lick the tears from my face and the smell from my skin. Love me like we hate ourselves. Kiss my lips off. Fuck me like it was sacred. Like you were a satyr. Fuck me like I was possessed. Fucking exorcism in me. Fuck me like I've sold my body for money. Like I've killed my child and wept for joy. Fuck me on a bed made of your skin. I will fuck you like it will kill me. Let me be the fire with you. The glossolalia of a forgotten god claw tongues out of me. Lay me down like an epileptic on the road to Damascus. Love me on a bed of sweat and spinal fluid and fuck me into white matter. Make me believe in the body. Transubstantiate me into flesh and blood again. Fuck me human. Love me in the name of my sins. Wring me out into one body and hold me for my darkness. In this garden of magnolias and bleeding leaves, I'm dancing down flames into the trees and watching for ghost lights. Pressing my triangle-lined palms against my eyelids and naming my corneas for stars. Putting cigarettes out on that same flat circle above these faint elbows, and I can't come home again. Write me one more line about my heart. Tell me again what I deserve and lash me with your words like it was my resurrection. Pull me once again from God into my nail beds and fuck me like the first kiss of a Dianic priestess, like atoms splitting, like my eyes. Fuck me like my skin, like my skin. That's the fuck poem. You ever notice that when you do poems, sometimes people just start titling them yourselves and then you're like, yeah, that's the fuck poem, because I'm not ever going to change your mind about that's what it's called. It's a pretty good name for it, though. I did like a surprise feature in Chicago in October where I showed up for this reading and they were like, hey, you want to do 2 poems? And I was like, okay. And I was really sick and tired of all of my poetry, and I guess it didn't occur to me that it was kind of a bad juxtaposition, but I did that poem and then the poem that I opened tonight with, like right after another, and I was like, yeah, Planned Parenthood is nice, PSAs on the stage, didn't mean for that to happen, go have sex and don't worry, I'm sorry, I'm not a bad person. So this is my new favorite poem. Christ, what have they done to your hands? They have filled them with placards and sewn up your tendons with cotton. This is not my cavalry. The M4 in your arms held stiffly with broken shoulder arch. This is not my cross. At its foot, I don't remember all those small skulls. Listen closely. They have fed you starving with salt and sulfur, AIDS and typhoid. Your birthplace is the grave of some woman or some small child, and they say this is righteousness. A child stuck with needles, rubbed with cocaine, and fucked by her mother's man. A woman cut out of herself. Her dark dreams spread open and excised. In India, white women pay the poor to carry their children. This is the world for which you died, that sacrificial offering that paved these blood-run streets. Your sons are holding makeshift grenades and bringing knives into grade schools. Your daughters are bleeding out into crowded waiting rooms, and God, what have they done to your words? They are tattered and buried in shrouds of silver. This is not my God, and this is not the promised land. My God was a man who did no great thing but speak to the poor and outcast and then die, raging at the fate he wished he knew. He had skin then, bright fire eyes and open hands, scar-dotted and waiting, born of an unmarried woman who said that she was holy and made him believe. Those hands are not signposts. That cross is not a billboard with a picture of a baby. That blood is only blood like ours. Christ, what have we done to you? You simple country carpenter, you perfectly timed suicide, you lover of the blasphemous. Listen closely. Don't come back. We will see your feet and call you beggar. We will feed you with the fat the rich discard, and your teeth will rot away. You will be denied shelter, and we will not care even enough to kill you. You will always deserve it. You will be freak, John, junkie. You will catch lice from shelter pillows, and we will call you bum. The refugee camps will have no room for you. The buses will not stop, and street miracles will not even get you airtime. Don't come back. When you hug men, you will be called faggot. When we hear you preach, we will call you Jew. At least that has not changed. And when we come for you, there will be no trial. Only an ambulance, restraints, and syringes. Slowly, you will forget you are God and write mad poetry on your skin with felt-tip pens. The nurses will call you quiet, and we will never remember your name. Do you still remember wood beneath your palms? Do you still love the starving and the lame, or do you wish for a lesser death, wondering how we can possibly believe this has all been for you? Wondering if you open your hands, you will be home again. Don't wait for us. You've already seen what we think of your forgiveness.
I hope that all you fluorescent shorts and shoelaces wonderful people had a good time. The roof is still on this place, and that's awesome. I'm gonna go over there. You can come over there. You can tell me that I used the word fuck too much for a proper young lady, or you could tell me that my daddy would be ashamed of me, or you can do all of that and buy a CD. That's the right answer. Alright, thank you guys so much. Have a nice night.